Hey, what's crack-a-lackin' everybody? This is Like It's 1985, and today we are going to take a look at Transformers Combiner Wars Stunticon DRAGSTRIP. First off, we'll take a look at the race car mode, then go to leg mode, then arm mode, and finally robot mode. Now, let me say I'm a big Formula One and big IndyCar fan, so this being sort of an open-wheel race car or a Formula car is really cool for me. So I'd have to say this is probably my favorite of the Combiner Wars limbs released so far. So I really do like my race cars, and of course I like my Transformers, so this really fits the bill for me. And let's take a close look at the race car mode here. So we've got some nice silver rims there, we've got some silver paint on the suspension struts there at the front, and some silver there back as well. Very nice profile, very race car looking. So you got the Decepticon symbol there. Really cool. Nice front spoiler there. And what I like about it is, if you look at the bottom here, everything is well integrated into the race car mode. In other words, there's not really any robot parts showing. This is the actual head here, but it's turned around, so really everything is well hidden away. You can actually, if you want, place the weapon on top of. This is the arm, well, not the arm, but the hand, the foot, and the weapon accessory. You can place that on top of here if you want. There actually is a peg hole right there, so you could actually peg that in there if you wanted to. And then his other weapon accessory is this weapon here. It doesn't really peg in. I mean, it pegs in like this if you wanted to do this, but obviously it's rather silly looking, and doesn't really peg in this way either. So yeah, so these really are best left off in the race car mode. And before we take a look at the transformation into the leg, the figure does come with this nice collector card here, which is, always has nice artwork here of the actual character. If we take a look at the underside, I like the fact that there's not really a lot of robot parts showing. Really the only part you can see is the head here, and that's pretty well integrated into the actual vehicle mode. So very nice design there, with everything pretty much hidden away in terms of robot parts. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and transform this guy into his leg mode. So what we'll do is we'll take the front section of the vehicle here, we'll take it and rotate it around like that. That allows the head to kind of just sort of hide in this little recessed area here, like that. Then you want to take the combiner port here and bring that up. And then take the foot, plug it in here, and there is leg mode for DRAGSTRIP. Personally, I think DRAGSTRIP works better as an arm, but as you can see, he does have functionality as a leg, or yeah, as a leg, so no worries there. Alright, so let's bring him into arm mode. So what we want to do, we'll bring the combiner port like this. We want to take the legs and extend them out. Grab onto them and they should extend out. Actually, let's go ahead and pull the arms aside here and then extend out the legs. And thus far, this is the only one of the Combiner Wars limbs that actually has sliding out legs. The other ones have kind of panels you fold in and out and manipulate, and so it's kind of unique in that regard, that it just has this kind of a sliding transformation there. All right, so moving on. For the arms, now the arms, you want to take them and rotate them around like that. And then there's a little hinge there. Get them all the way as much as you can into that crevice there. And this top part of the arm, you want to rotate like that. So we have one side done there. Bring that all the way down there. Rotate the forearm here. And bring it in like that, and so you should have the arms like that. And I think that's a pretty good way that they engineered the arms to be, kind of folded up here and compact, and you can't really tell that they're arms really for the robot mode. So it's all nice and compact here for the arm mode for combined form. So take the rotate the waist here like that, and then take your foot here and transform it into the hand assembly. Get it together like this. In this case, we're forming the left arm of combined form here. Plug that into the port, and there we go. We have ourselves a left arm for Menasor. It has the articulation there, so that's no problem. So arm mode. So let me go ahead and bring it finally into robot mode. Take the combiner port, put it back in the chest, rotate the waist around, split the legs, take the arms here, rotate them around, bring out the hands, and then bring out the head, rotate it around, and there we have DRAGSTRIP in his robot mode. Alright, so let's take a look at him up close here. Here's the head sculpt up close. Got the nice Decepticon symbol on his chest. Taking a look at the back here. Alright, so articulation is as follows. It's the standard articulation for these Combiner Wars figures. The head is on a ball joint, shoulders on a ball joint, swivel at the bicep, bend at the elbow to that degree. Waist articulation is present, ball jointed hips, swivel thighs, bend at the knee, and that's your articulation for DRAGSTRIP here. Now, some of the figures they differ because they may have some toe articulation, or they may lack the bicep articulation. But pretty much this is a standard articulation for these Combiner Wars limb figures. So there we go, and you can take the handgun here and plug it in if you so desire to have him wield it like that. And then he has this, I think this is supposed to be like a rifle gun. I mean, you can hold it like a gun. I think, yeah. Yeah. Maybe not. It kind of fits in there. But I think maybe it's actually, on second thought, supposed to be more like a short sword, or, yeah, like a short sword. So, there you go. I forgot to mention that in the car mode, you can plug in this weapon on top. It goes on top of this little peg here, and it pegs into there. So you can have it on top of the car mode, but it looks ridiculous. So it doesn't really matter that I didn't show it either. So there is DRAGSTRIP in his robot mode, all armored up and armed. And so, so yeah, pretty cool. Like I say, this is my favorite of the Combiner Wars limb figures thus far released. It's got the articulation necessary to get some nice poses. I love the alt mode. I think the arm mode works better than the leg mode, but it's, you know, as with all the other Combiner Wars limbs, it is capable of either forming a leg or arm, which is nice. Alright, well, thanks for watching. This has been my review of Transformers Combiner Wars Stunticon DRAGSTRIP.